Is it time for an upgrade? 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 Today we'll be talking this microphone on here. This is dynamic microphone from the FIFINE. This is one of their newly released microphone early of this year. This is the FIFINE Amplitank Tank3. We will be doing some comparison also with this dynamic microphone, same from the FIFINE, which is the K688. By the way, I've already made a video on this and testing on this K688. I'll be adding a link under the description below. I'm hoping that by the end of this video, this will help you decide if you are going to be upgrading from having the K688 and getting this Tank3, or if you are in the stage of maybe deciding which one to pick, the K688 or the Tank3. Both of these microphones were sent to me by the FIFINE. However, all in this video are going to be my opinion. Without further ado, let's get started. This microphone is pretty solid with the full metal body build, except these knobs on here, as well as the mute button over there. Let me show you quickly what comes in a box when you get this kind of microphone, the FIFINE Amplitank Tank3. Out of the box, looks like that. And as you can see over here, it says XLR and USB. So we can connect this microphone via XLR or USB, or you can connect them both at the same time for recording or streaming. It's up to you. And it says here, podcast microphone. This is more than just a podcast microphone. In my opinion, you can use this one for anything else pretty much. Recording, gaming, streaming, karaoke, you name it. Okay, and first you will see a user's guide, and it comes with this USB-C to USB-A cable. This is 2.5 meters, pretty long. And finally, the microphone. So this is not light as you thought. This is pretty solid, as I mentioned. So all the body is metal built except this knobs on here and this button, mute button right there. So what I like about this is with this one here, this is to hold in place. Later I'm going to show you how to use this one. This is to tighten it as to whatever way you wanted to angle your microphone. Okay, anyway, this is pretty much what you get when you buy this kind of microphone. So same as the K688, you will get the microphone, the cable, USB-C to A, and the user's guide. One thing I like about this microphone is because you don't need this kind of adapter, as it is built in already over here. So which means if we're going to install this one to a boom arm like this, you don't really need this adapter. Let's just be honest, sometimes this gives us a headache of removing or installing this microphone or any microphone that needs a thread like this to connect to a boom arm. So again, this is a plus to me, having this built in over there, so you don't need to connect this kind of thread. So this has a built-in 3/8 inch and a 5/8 inch threads. So to install this one is very simple. We can connect this one directly on here. Okay, there it is. Before we do some testing, let's go over the physical specs of this microphone. First of all, this is the mic gain volume, and this is the headphone volume, very self-explanatory. And you have your mute button right there. This turns red when it's muted and green when it's not, or unmuted. And over here, this is your knob to tighten the microphone, to angle it. This is actually another feature that I like about this microphone, having this kind of knob on here to tighten it. So there it is. So if you want to angle it like that, and then you can tighten it from here. Or let's say angle it like that, you can tighten it from this side over there. Maybe right now it doesn't matter because there is no XLR cable attached to it yet, but once there's a XLR cable on here, then the weight might pull this down, and that's why you have to tighten this one over here. So as you can see, this kind of microphone does not comes with a shuck mount on it, so it does come only with this half yoke attached to it. So anyway, it's advisable that you will get a good boom arm. Unfortunately, the boom arm that I have is not that good, but this is the only one that I have. If you can buy a boom arm from FIFINE, that is actually pretty good to go along with this one. Now at the back over here, you will find the XLR port, and this is the USB-C port and the headphone port. And now let's do a test right away. So what I'll do is I'm going to be using this microphone in playing a game. Just to give you a heads up, I'm not good at gaming also. Anyway, I just wanted to show you what would be the audio output if you will be using this one for gaming. By the way, this microphone is a plug and play type of thing. So you can simply use the USB-C from here and then the USB-A to your laptop. Okay, so now when you do that, make sure to go to your sound setting. So on your output device, make sure it's set to FIFINE microphone, and input device is set also to FIFINE microphone. So again, speaker and microphone both has to be set to this one so that you can listen to the audio also from here. So as you notice, I've already connected XLR. I'm not using yet the XLR on this kind of sample because, as I said, I'll be playing games from a laptop. So this is the laptop where I connected this microphone right now, and I'm only using right now the USB-C connection. Right now, I am setting my mic volume to the max, and also my headphone volume to the max. And as you can see, I am about, let's say, 4 inches away from this microphone. And this would be your audio output with volume or mic gain at the max, as well as headphone at the max. Okay, so maybe I'm just going to move a little bit on here. Okay, there it is. So again, I'm not good at gaming. I don't even know where I'm at. Okay, I'm just going to keep walking. And again, that is your audio output. And by the way, there's no processing done on this audio, just simply plug and play. I just plug it to the computer and I'm listening to it and I'm connecting it to a game, a Roblox game. Okay, this time I'm going to set my mic volume to 50%. Okay, there it is, 50%. Sound check, testing 1, 2. So again, I'm still playing this game. I set my mic gain to 50%, and that's going to be your audio output. Okay, there you go. Sound check, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound check. Okay, I'm still on the game. I'm just walking. Anyway, I just wanted to show you the audio output if you will be using this kind of microphone, and the setting should be like this. And as I mentioned earlier, the light here is green. If you're unmuted, if you want to mute yourself, then you just have to tap it. Okay, so again, that's pretty simple how to mute yourself. Just tap that and it goes red. Once it's red, you are muted. And by the way, the mic volume knob here, as well as the headphone volume knob and this mute button, they only works via USB-C connection. It doesn't work with the XLR connection. Okay, maybe while doing this one right now, before I end this game, maybe let's do a tap test using this USB-C connection. So what I'll do, I'm going to be tapping the table, and I'm going to be tapping the boom arm. There you go. And I'll be tapping also the microphone. Okay. Anyway, that's pretty much the audio output if you will be using it for gaming. And now let's do a keyboard test. Again, this still via USB-C connection. Let's say, for example, you're using a mechanical keyboard. Okay, so I'm going to be placing it at the table because you don't normally type it like that. Of course, it has to set on the table. Okay, so again, this boom arm is connected to the table where this keyboard is located. Okay, so I'm going to be tapping now this keyboard. Okay, and that should be your audio output. I don't know if you can hear that clearly. And as you notice, I angle this microphone to me. That is to avoid plosive. So anyway, it's really up to you. It's your preference, however way you want to angle your microphone. If you have other kind of keyboard, let's say, for example, this kind of keyboard over here, I don't think this will have lots of noise as the mechanical keyboard. Okay, there it is. So I'm using the other keyboard right now, not the mechanical one. Okay, there it is. Okay, there it is. Okay, there you go. That's pretty much it for the keyboard test. And now let's do the proximity test. Before I forget, this is a cardioid polar pattern of dynamic microphones, which means it does pick up your voice clearly towards the front of the microphone, not so much the side of it. Let's do a proximity test. So again, I am maybe 6 inches away from this microphone. Sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to go farther. Sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound check. I'm going to go to the side. Sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And to the other side, sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. So as you notice, it does pick up my voice clearly when I am towards the end of this microphone, and not so much to the side of it. There it is. Okay, and now I'm going to go closer. There you go. Sound check, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's do some plosive test. I'm just going to make up some words for you. Pedro Pete's cousin tumbling to the pond. Pedro Pete's cousin tumbling to the pond. Let me move closer. Pedro Pete's cousin tumbling to the pond. Pedro Pete's cousin tumbling to the pond. I'm going to move backward. Pedro Pete's cousin tumbling to the pond. Pedro Pete's cousin tumbling to the pond. A way to avoid a little bit of those plosives if you just angle the microphone, something like that. Anyway, it's going to be your preference. And now let's compare the TANK3 with the K688. First of all, they are from FIFINE, and they are both a dynamic microphone. Both of them also can be connected via USB-C. Let's say plug and play. You want to connect them to a computer and then record from there. Both of them has that. So it's combo USB connectivity and XLR connectivity if you want to connect it maybe to a sound card or an audio interface or mixer. The time I'm making this video, this K688 is $72.99, while the TANK3 is $89.99. So there is a $17 price difference in there. And now let's do some comparison by testing each one of them. By the way, these two dynamic microphones are currently connected to the Focusrite, which is connected to my laptop, opening the Ableton Live DAW. Okay, so first test we will do is maybe let's do a tap test on each of them. First, let's do a tap test. I'll be tapping the table and then the boom arm. So let's test first the Amplitank Tank 3. And now I'll be tapping the boom arm. And the microphone. There you go. And now let's do a test on this K688. I'll be tapping again the table. And now I'll be tapping the boom arm. And then this one, because this one has shock mount and this one don't have a shock mount. And then the microphone. There you go. And now let's do proximity test. Now let's test first this Tank3. Okay, so right now I'll be maybe closer to the microphone, maybe an inch away. There you go. Sound check. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then maybe I'm about 3 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound check. And now I am maybe 8 inches away from the microphone. Sound check. Testing 1, 2. I'll be moving a little bit farther. Sound check. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there it is. And both of them are cardioid polar patterns, so that means it will pick up voice at the front, not so much to the side of it. So, okay, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, sound check. Testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, sound check. 1, 2, 3, 4, sound check. And then I'm back again to close to this microphone. There you go. So again, I am testing the TANK3 proximity test. Now let's check the K688. Okay, I'll be closer to it first. Sound check. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm about an inch away. And now from here, maybe I'm about 4 inches. Sound check. Testing 1, 2. And then I am going to be moving far. There you go. Sound check. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as I said, this is a carded polar pattern. It will pick up also through the front, not so much to the side. Sound check. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound check. Testing 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and by the way, as you notice, this one is a pop filter. So this is another difference of the K688 with this one. So this TANK3 has a built-in pop filter, while this one, it has this. So that's why I did not put pop filter on here, because as they say, it's built in. And now let's do a keyboard test. So this is, again, the mechanical keyboard. So let's do a test. I'll be placing them, okay, same spot. Okay, on here. Okay, this time let's do a test first using this TANK3. Okay, I'll be typing on this mechanical keyboard. But we know that mechanical keyboard is more louder than the other ones that I shown you earlier. Okay, again. Okay, there it is. Okay, this time let's do a test using this K688 dynamic microphone. Okay, I'll be typing again with this same mechanical keyboard. And there it is. That's the K688 dynamic microphone. And now let's do the plosive test on both of them. Pedro, Pete's cousin, tumbling into the pond. 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 Okay, maybe I'm going to move a little bit farther. Okay, I'll be using this one first, the TANK3. Pedro, Pete's cousin, tumbling into the pond. Pedro, Pete's cousin, tumbling into the pond. Now this one, the K688. Pedro, Pete's cousin, tumbling into the pond. Pedro, Pete's cousin, tumbling into the pond. I'm hoping that gives you an idea which one is sensitive to plosive. Is it the TANK3 or the K688? And now for singing purposes, let me do an a cappella sample on each of them, just a short one, just for you to know what would be the audio like. So what I'll do is I'm going to be adding effects, reverberation and delay, same amount on each of them. Okay, now let's do a test first using this Amplitank TANK3. Kneel down and pray, 'cause he's always there. He knows your heart, don't go astray. So kneel down and pray, 'cause he's always cares. Never lose hope, he'll show you the way. Just kneel down and pray. Okay, this time let's do a test with this K688. Kneel down and pray, 'cause he's always there. He knows your heart, don't go astray. So kneel down and pray, 'cause he's always cares. Never lose hope, he'll show you the way. Just kneel down and pray. There you go. So anyway, that should be the audio output if you will be using the K688 and the Amplitank TANK3. And now, as to my thoughts on this kind of microphone, this has a natural audio output. Comparing it with a K688, this for me has more bass on it compared to this microphone. So, but again, it's up to your preference. If you want something more bassy, then maybe go for this. Anyway, this one is $17 cheaper by the time I'm making this video. And they both has XLR and USB-C. And if you are a type of person that moves a lot, then I would recommend getting a better boom arm, not this one here. Maybe get a boom arm from FIFINE. They have a good one right there. Maybe if you want that, feel free to check out their website. This shock mount helps to at least minimize those unwanted noises. So if you are into that, maybe moving a lot, then maybe you want to go for this one. But if you are not moving a lot and not touching anything here, then maybe you're good with this one here. As you notice, this one doesn't have a shock mount on it, so it's only it connected only with a half yoke on there. So most likely it'll pick up some unwanted noises. The features that for me, it's better in getting this Tank 3 rather than the K688 is because of the build. This is an all-metal body build, except the knobs and the button, the mute button right here. And this one, for me, is not as durable as this one. And even the style, like for me, I like this style of this better than this one. And I don't know, it's up to you. But again, if you want to save the $17, then go for this one. But if you want to maybe add at least $17 to get this one, in my opinion, I'll go for this one. If you look at that, it doesn't have a pop filter on it, and it's not too bulky, as you can see. So like it's not too bulky compared to this one. So this one, see, it almost cover my part of my face right there comparing to this one. So anyway, it's really up to you, whatever is your preference. If you preferred this kind of a microphone. Another feature that I like about Tank 3 is you don't need to connect this adapter. In my case, because the type of work that I do, I would always change this one because I'm using different kinds of microphone. So I would always connect a microphone to somewhere else, maybe a boom arm or a regular stand. So I don't need to use this one. Been a couple times that I even have to use $1 or a loonie or any coins so that I can open that one over there. Anyway, that's just my experience. However, if your setup is something that you put it in place and you don't touch it for a long time, then you're good. Then you don't have to keep changing this one to a regular stand or a boom arm. Anyway, that is all I can share for today. I hope this video gives you now an idea or helps you decide in maybe upgrading your microphone to Tank 3 or maybe deciding as to which one to pick. Is it the K688 or the FIFINE Amplitank Tank 3? For those of you who will be interested in getting this kind of microphone, I will be adding a link under the description below. By the way, I want to thank FIFINE for sending me this microphone for me to do my testing and review. Thanks again, guys, for watching. If you like this type of video, please give it a like. And if you want more of this type of videos, consider subscribing if you haven't done yet and hit the notification bell so you are always updated for all the upcoming videos I will be posting. Keep safe and until next time.